The last segment of this course is going to focus on the structure of teams and how they manage projects. They are deeply intertwined, and understanding what these potential structures looks like and how they operate will help you think about your approach to data projects in your organization. So, come on, let's take a closer look at teams and how they can be constructed. This kind of diagram, an org chart, probably looks pretty familiar. For the most part, public and private enterprises have used fairly traditional hierarchical structures. While the term bureaucracy can often have a negative connotation, it is in essence an approach to organizing and managing the work of large groups of people in a structured way. This often entails what is called a command and control style of management, which has clearly defined hierarchies with decisions made at the top level that are disseminated down the hierarchy levels of managers. Think about your own organization. Does it have a structure somewhat like this? Where would you draw the boundaries of what might be a self contained team? Or do you have instead something like departments such as IT, finance, parks and rec, and so on? Towards the end of the last century, organizations, notably in corporate settings, started experimenting with much different organizational structures. Market pressures and the internet combined to motivate them to align more around what are called team based models that facilitated faster project delivery timelines and more flexibility. One version of this, the matrix organization, leaves people in their original functional team, but pulls people from those teams as needed for projects or initiatives. And each project has its own leader or project manager. This approach provides more flexibility, but can also lead to confusion over whom people really report to. Other more recent models, like a network approach, are moving from deep hierarchies toward flatter structures with a heavy focus on interdisciplinary teams. While these can be a difficult organizational models to adopt for government agencies, there is some movement in this direction. What many are finding is that a loose combination of these concepts can make inroads, especially if the focus is changing certain areas or teams first versus overhauling an entire organization. We'll take a look at federal example of a team-based approach.